summary of the video I just filmed. I feel that sexual charge is created, at least in my experience, in the male body from resonance when being close by to a woman. And men and women seem to me to have a sexual potential differential of sorts, creating a sort of sexual voltage, such that when there is a resonance between these people, meaning there's interpreted by me as there being a channel to have this differential flow through, and sexual arousal is created in the male body, likely also in the female body. And the primal response to having sexual arousal flow through the sex centers, the natural urgent response is to close the cycle, because there's an imbalance here. If it's just flowing in one direction, it has to go somewhere. So I posit that the primal obvious response is to want to close the cycle directly, which is manifested physically with sex. Just immediately, okay, I have all this sexual charge. What do I do with it? There you are. Okay, yeah, you're the recipient for it. And then the circuit is completed, and then there's balance. I feel that if one, for any reason, in our world, societal reasons, we refrain from pursuing, closing the cycle directly with sex, this energy can at times rise and flow and want to flow back towards the woman in a romantic fashion, not in the physical level, but on an emotional level. It is interpreted as, it is manifested as care, as devotion, as I would do anything from you. Please take me. I will do anything for you. This urgency, this need to go and show one's devotion. I feel it's the same symptom as wanting to have sex. It's another manifestation of it, romance, which also usually when romance is achieved, it also it comes down and collapses also into the achievement of into sex. It can. And I've found that sexual charge does not need to stay in the sex. Just as it rises a bit for the emotional aspect of it to come through as romance, one can also flow it, move it, pull it through one's body. And this, I feel, charges up one's body. It provides peace to the sex, to a sex that is aroused and ready to insert somewhere. It can move its flow up. And when I do this, in my experience, my sex softens. It does not need to be erect continuously. It's as if the flow moved up into my body. And I feel vibrations all through my thorax, my shoulders, my face. It moves. And I find that there is a lot of capacity in the rest of my body to hold these energies. Because I feel that I'm not providing an outflow for it. It simply seems to propagate through my body and my other bodies, likely. I posit that is how art can be created at times. Through this energy, just manifesting itself, finding another channel through to express. Chart. Sex. Peace. I find it find this important to know so that one knows what to do with that sexual energy that arises in the sex. I see it like a bucket. Our sex is picking up energies, sexual energies from the world through often women with potential with a differential there, a sexual voltage to have that energy move through. And then when the bucket is filled, well, what do we do with it? Because if it just continues to go over there, it's just spills over and there's no more space for anything. And then so the reactions are just to give it back, hey, here's the water, back. Or to ignore it and to just let it spill when one is uncomfortable because there's an outflow. Where's that flow going through? It's not clean. It's not a well-structured flow. It's spilling. But if one moves it, then it has somewhere to go. And I don't know what the outflow is once in the upper body. I can make my guesses, but I don't know. Right now it feels like tingling. Yes, let's learn that we can use our buckets to feed our sexual energy into the rest of our bodies. That is my proposal.